Fajan have taken time out. So, Shawn Putnam playing against Nevel. It's the game we're looking at now. Well, somebody's leading 6-1, but unfortunately I can't tell you which one it is. But I do believe that Putnam is probably the favourite. Here's Big Shawn. They adorn some of these players with some lovely names, stage names, and Shawn is called, quote, the Love Sponge Putnam. I'd like somebody to explain to me how that came about. Shouldn't be any trouble now. Just the right angle to get to the other side of that black, that 8 ball.
8 in the corner.
Make sure it ain't going short on that one.
Well, looks as though he's in good shape. He's just taken that one. And in fact, he's reduced his deficit with it, trading 6-2.
All you bettors can go collect your money right now.
Certainly look very happy though to get it in, knock this 8 ball in. You have the old fresh air punch. Very good. Gets one back. Trailing 6-2. So, we're going back to the match between Putnam and Nevel that we just had a glance at earlier in the programme. And it's Nevel in the lead by 6 racks to 2. And it's the first to 8, of course, as usual.
Second ball can be going inside. It'll be all right.
Well, Shawn Putnam with a big man with a big break. Something well needed at this game. Nice split of the balls. Choices for Putnam now.
Side ball.
Oh dear, that's a bad miss. That is a bad miss. 6-2 down. It was 6-1 down. And I'm quite sure that it would probably expected to knock that one in and gone on to take this rack the way the balls are, but that was a dolly one to miss.
In the corner.
Well, it was such a good break as well. A perfect split. Choices are plenty for Putnam there.
Two ball.
Two on the side. Four in the corner.
Four ball.
Three in the corner.
Nevel looking confident.
One ball.
Three ball.
Three ball.
Just changing his mind. Both fairly straightforward shots. Very difficult to see any way of him breaking down here. If he doesn't, of course, be very near to the match. Just needed one more rack if he can clear these up.
Seven in the side. Eight in the corner.
Couldn't be easier, the 7. Looks like the 8 couldn't also be easier. Bad mistake from Putnam, let him in. Nevel's looked confident. Shortly pots the 8 ball. Big game between these two big Americans. But at the moment, Nevel with the advantage. Come back and see if he can just get that one rack for the match.
Going back to the Nevel-Putnam game now. Nevel breaking off really to win the match. Just needs one rack.
Well, is it possible to hit them any harder?
They look as though they're perfect shape to be a good breaker at pool.
Well, they've both got good breaks. But they're not guaranteed to get one each time.
So now Shawn Putnam has got what might be a last chance.
Well, yes, he can't afford any mistakes now. Had a lovely opportunity last rack to get off to a good start and get back into the match. Certainly can't afford a simple starter to miss that. Can't afford to miss anything. As we've seen in the previous match between Eminem and Fine, it's very difficult to make a comeback if you can't keep knocking them off the break. It's very hard to run 4 or 5 racks in a row. You certainly can't do it if you're not making them off the break. So, Putnam in a position now. What he can do is keep the pressure on by clearing up in this rack. And if you can, it's always good to make your opponent pot the balls for the match. Keep the pressure on as much as possible. Certainly not the simplest of finishes. Got to take care over these last 3 stripes.
Left-handed, he might just be able to cue this okay from here. Down to that left corner. Should be able to get across the table to get onto that other stripe. It's the last one. And he's got the right angle to get onto the 8 ball. Well, is that the first sign of a comeback? Back to the wall. 7-2 down. Becomes 7-3 down.
Every game's important now. I'm such a dog, it doesn't matter. I'm dogging it. I can't wake up. I'm so sleepy.
I wonder what the penalty would be, Rox, if you went back there instead of making it 7-3 down, made it 7-4 down.
Well, it depends who's watching, doesn't it? Nobody sees it, he might get away with it. I think actually the players have also got scorecards they fill in.
Bit like, yeah, it's a bit like golf, isn't it, in a way, I suppose?
Yes, I mean, there is a referee watching the match, so we've got to expect that he'll be watching all moves the players make.
Yeah. So, Putnam breaking off. Let's look at this as though it's the beginning of a mini roll. 7-3 down.
That.
Didn't see one go in.
Nevel's looked very confident, very fluent in his play tonight. Just see if he can continue that. A chance to win the match at this visit.
Nevel. Play 12.
Taking a bit more time in this rack. Ball's not quite placed as easily as they were previous rack he won. However, he's coping with it very well. Another nice shot. keeping in perfect position. Checking out with his cue tip, his cue there where he wants to place the cue ball for the next shot. See players do that a lot. They just don't use their eyes and have a look around. They use their cue as a visual aid to see where they want to play for position for the next shot or two. Also used to see which angle they'd like to play, or if they need to play off any rails. Again, they use the cue to give them a guide.
Just about perfect. This to sew up the match. And in it goes. So Nevel beats Putnam 8-3, and that's a good first match result in this group.